Yes.
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 One day we could sit down to discuss magic.
What would that accomplish?
Lots. Great civilizations are built on the sharing of ideas.
Sharing? You mean stealing, of course, followed by crushing those you stole from.
You know that chip on your shoulder? I think it's replaced your head. Don't mind me, just counting my toes for the 100th time.
You seem rather attached to that cat, and us.
It's more that he's rather attached to me. Isn't that right, Sir Pounce-a-lot?
Isn't that name a little ridiculous?
What do you think I should call him? Frederick?
There are worse names, I suppose.
Something I can do for you, friend? And who are you supposed to be that's asking? Oh, welcome, my lord. Haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while. Not much. He chatted up Sorsha a bit when she brought him his dinner. Maybe talked to her. Of course, here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger? Yes, I remember him. You all want to speak to my boss over at the bar. Looking to wet your whistle, stranger. We chatted a bit. He was a friendly sort for a grey warden. Spent most of his nights here drinking. Wasn't ever loud or too forward. Haven't seen him for maybe a week now. Said he was tracking some Darkspawn, one particular group that's been raiding outside the city. He told me they were acting strange, those Darkspawn. Acting obvious, like they wanted to be caught or something. I expect he caught them. Probably why he hasn't been back, right? No, he took a lot of notes while he drank. Always writing things down. Maybe there's something in his room. We chatted, like I said. He's married, as I recall. My pleasure. Send him my best when you see him.
What now? Is over. Have I ever told you that I find tattoos on women incredibly attractive?
Have I ever told you that I find most humans physically and morally repulsive?
Good to know.
Place. The veil is thin, and spirits abound. We must be wary.
I'm scared. Hold me. Very well. Begun. Shall be done. It will be gone. Shall be done. Shall be done. Very well. Let us end this. Shall be done. Begun.
My father used to tell me stories about the Black Marsh when I was young. He said evil magic killed everyone here. This was just before the rebellion. A great mystery at the time. They never found out what happened here. Once the monsters appeared, the marsh was abandoned. I used to dream of coming to the Black Marsh and setting things right. Little boy dreams. So I am. If someone had told me I'd end up here, I would have laughed at them. But times change. When I was in Kirkwall, I thought I would return to Ferelden to take command of my father's garrison. Now, here I am. A Grey Warden and fighting both Darkspawn and demons. Interesting. And the fun never ends, I suppose. Good to know. Anyway, the haunted marsh awaits.
The chip on my shoulder hasn't replaced my head.
Whoa! She's talking to me! Voluntarily! Check the sky for flying pigs.
Forget it.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Humans and their irrepressible urges.
Beasts.
Very well. Shall be done. I shall do it. It's begun. Very well. It's begun. As you say.
Most excellent!
It is begun. Very well. I shall do it. It's begun.
I am pleased. Powerful magic surrounds these bones. I do not think the beast is truly dead. This one has been dead for several days, I think.
That answers that, I suppose. The Darkspawn are definitely here.
Be careful now. It shall be done. It's begun. I shall do it. As you say. It's begun. Very well. It's begun. As you say. I shall do it. As you say. Very well. Begun. As you say. Shall be done. It's begun. It's begun. Shall be done. It's begun.
Great job!
I shall do it. As you say. It shall be done. It is begun.
The spirit realm lies very close to us here.
Excellent!
begun. I shall do as you say. It is begun. As you say. Very well.
Very well.
What was that? It shall be done. Very well.
Feel nature's wrath!
Shall be done. Begun. Very well. Shall be done. Begun. I shall do as you say. As you say. shall be done. It has begun. Very well. It shall be done. As you say. It shall be done. I shall do it. It has begun. I shall do it.
The next is coming back!
I shall do it. As you say. I shall do it. It has begun. Very well.
We have seen these Darkspawn before. I hear that one day the Black Marsh was thriving, and the next everyone was just gone.
Finished.
Yes, that is your Grey Warden. The Mother told it to me that if he was lured to this place and slain, that in time you would come.
It's a trap. And we are all fools for falling into it.
And the Mother, she was right. The Mother is always right. The Mother is she that sent me, she that wished you to come, to here, this place. Here before you is the first, and I am bringing to you a message. The Mother, she is not permitting you to further his plan, whether this you know or not. So she is sending you a gift. No. We have come to the fate as well. It cannot be this. The Mother, she has deceived me. I am betrayed. Now I am being trapped in the fate with you. I am the fool. The Grey Warden is wishing help. From the first. Do not be making me laugh. I will be leaving you to the children. I will be finding my own path back into the world. Back to the Mother.
More things ahead. It shall be done. Very well. It is begun.
Brilliant!
Who is the Mother? Mother Darkspawn?
You escaped your circle, didn't you?
Several times. But they always found me using my
It has begun.
flattery.
What shall be done?
Cool, much. They always assign the same thing part.
As you said. Very well. It's begun. Shall we? Very well. I shall Very well. It's begun. begun. As you say. I shall do it. As you say. It is begun. It shall be done. Very well.
No, my lady, I do not forget. I merely... But I would never contradict your ladyship. No. I don't. No, please, my lady! Have mercy! No! No! Ah, no! I am most sorry, mistress.
The village still exists, but only beyond the village.
It is begun. As you say, I shall do it. Shall be done. As you say. It is begun. It is begun. As you say. Shall be done. Shall be done. It is begun.
You're not a spirit like everyone else. How did you get here? This is where my grandfather's ashes are buried. I come to visit him often. He was the last person to stay in Black Marsh. Once he passed, there was nobody left in the village who remembered. It wasn't always a ruin. There was a whole village once. Then that evil woman came and changed everything. She... Oh no! They've come back again. Quick, come hide in the crypt.
I shall do it. It shall be done. Very well. Shall be done. Very well. Shall be done. Shall be done. I shall do it. As you say. It's begun. I shall do it.
And so you came. Fell into my little trap.
Not again. You have a knack for stumbling into traps, don't you?
Such wonderful creatures, you mortals. So full of yearnings. So full of hunger. There was a girl. You should have seen what she gave to slake her thirst. As now you shall slake mine.
As you said, I shall do it. It's begun. It's begun. It's begun. Very well. I shall do it. It's begun. Very well.
You have released me, stranger. After being trapped for so long by my own foolish desires, now I can at last go. Thank you.
Do not let them overwhelm us.
It's begun. It's begun. Very well. I shall. As you say. It's begun. I shall do it. It's begun.
We must fight. Let us do it quickly.
As you say. It shall be done. I shall do it. It is begun. Very well.
Best beware.
I shall do it. Very well. It is begun. I shall do it.
Halt! Who enters the Black Marsh?
Trapped? Then you're just as we are, locked in this endless nightmare.
We've been here so long at her mercy. I almost forget what it was like before.
There is a spirit that's come to free us. Perhaps you could help him. If only that were possible. Demons often attack the village. I don't even know how long we've been fending them off.
Hear me, people. She is evil incarnate. The countless evils I've seen her perpetrate in there. I'm ashamed to even recount them aloud. She orders our children stolen in the night so she can... No! Unhand me, you thugs! Let me go! Don't let them take me! No!
I'll tell them all. I'll tell everyone.
I won't turn around, mistress, I promise. I know I've done wrong, mistress. I'd better report this to the guards. I have to tell someone.
Well, if you won't help me find my baby, I'll go directly to the Baroness. Of course she will. What are you saying? That she... Oh, no. I just refuse to believe that. No, not even she would ever... She couldn't have. Have you seen my boy? If only there were a way back into the mortal world for us. Maybe our families are still there.
A thousand pardons, mistress. How clumsy of me.
The mansion will not protect you, fiend! Come out and face your crime!
We aren't afraid of you any longer! The witch hides! Break down the door!
Be cautious, my friends. The Baroness has power within her lair, and she well knows it. We rush in at our peril. And who comes now? More minions of the Baroness? Or yet more helpless souls she has tormented? I cannot say what a Grey Warden is, but clearly you are a stranger. Perhaps it is a sign. I am Justice. I have watched this place and seethed at the wrongs visited on these poor folk, and now I seek to aid them.
Once we lived in the real world and the Baroness ruled over us. She took our children and used their blood to work dark and evil magic.
And when we burned down her mansion, she cast one final spell that brought our spirits here. We've been trapped ever since, still under her rule.
This spirit knows the Fade. If we help him, he might help us.
We have no quarrel with this Baroness. I suggest we move on and leave these people to their business.
Tell me, stranger, will you help us in this righteous task? Being a Grey Warden appears to make you an able sort, and thus your aid would be most welcome. From the world of mortals, as are all these people.
We lived in a village in the Black Marsh, and the Baroness ruled over us. That was so long ago, it seems like a dream we once had. We finally rose up against her evil, and this is what she did to us. I can't even imagine what happened to our families. Has it been so long? How many years have we been held here?
Take heart, good woman. Justice will see you avenged and freed. Will you help us, stranger? If this wrong is to be undone, we will need your aid. These good people have been held in the thrall of this sorceress for too long. I seek to free them.
It's been a nightmare that seemed to go on forever. Until justice arrived, we didn't even know this wasn't real.
I can no longer stand by and watch. The sorceress has fled into her lair, but a reckoning is called for. We must act, stranger. Then we have the numbers to challenge the Baroness directly.
They just said she was an evil, powerful witch. Do we really want to antagonize her?
Now there's a thought. All right, you convinced me.
I admit that there is a small measure of wisdom in that plan.
My intention is to storm the gate. Are you ready? Good people, we take the battle directly to the witch. For too long have her crimes gone unpunished. Now is the time to reclaim your freedom!
My. All that shouting outside, and now you finally decided to barge in without even a proper invitation.
Foul sorceress, you will release these poor folk and submit yourself to justice.
Justice? Is that what you're calling it? What of their punishment? Burning my home to the ground and me within it.
Because you were stealing our children, using their blood to feed your vanity.
As was my due. You lived on my land. I, your rightful ruler. Your blood was mine, just as your lives are now. What's this? The pathetic fools have managed to recruit yet more sympathizers?
We are no longer alone, Baroness. Your reign ends here.
As it happens, I am no either.
My path back across the Vale lies in victory over you and your new allies. Then the Mother will pay for her treachery. The Grey Warden, it wishes peace. It cannot be believed. We must be ending this. Now! The Grey Warden, it is more dangerous than you know.
Oh, as you wish, creature. Slay them, and you shall have the reward you requested.
Enough! The battle is joined.
Enemies approaching!
No! You fool! Why haven't you defeated them?
They are too much. It must be sending me back through the veil. Now, before it is too late.
Oh, I will sunder the veil, all right. I'll send them all back. But you? Your life is going to provide the power.
No. No.
Where am I? What is happening? No. This is the world of mortals. Beyond the veil. And this a mortal body of flesh. I am trapped within. The witch sundered the veil in her haste. All of us were drawn through. She has returned to this realm as well. Can you not feel it? The Baroness is nearby. You misunderstand. The Baroness, she is not immortal as you are, or as were the villagers she kept trapped. There was such a mortal once, but now... that is a demon of pride. She assumed that role long ago to feed from the mortal she trapped. But here, in your world, here she will be quite something else. The veil is sundered, and the tears must be closed lest they continue to spill demons out into this world. I can alter your weapons for a time, allowing them to drive back the Fate's magic. But if we are to deal with the Baroness, we must move swiftly.
Yes.
Yes.